This video will look at how to affect the search text in a grid on a quick search before the grid actually gets hold of it. We can actually modify the text. So in order to do this, we need to, and this solution looks after a grid running by itself or a grid running in a tabbed control component rather. So what we'll need to do first is in the grid itself on titles render, we need to get the name of the component that's actually running, and on titles render is one of the first places that we can send out some JavaScript code. So we'll do that in here. So e.template.component name will give us the name of the component. Now if it's running as a grid by itself, it'll probably be grid 1. But in a tabbed UI, it's going to be a much longer name with some characters and numbers thrown in as well, unique to that the tab and every time it runs. So we're going to get the component name in full. We're going to quote it, and then we're going to send out some JavaScript. So we're going to use the grid object namespace to and assign it a variable called cn to save the component name, and we're going to send that out. So grid.object should now have a namespace variable called cn, which is actually the name of our component. And then we'll go to client-side events. On render complete, we'll get our grid object namespace variable cn. We'll just assign it to a variable here, and then we're going to change the onKeyPress event by going after the .quicksearch in the document, and we're going to set the onKeyPress event to call our own function. And then in the JavaScript function here, we'll go in, and once again we'll get our grid object namespace variable cn, and we'll just put it together in a variable called cn Quicksearch. So that's going to be the full name of the grid plus the Quicksearch, and then we'll go and grab the value in the Quicksearch text box, and we'll replace all the special characters like dollar signs and spaces with that, and then we'll do a grid object.quicksearch on that. So if we have a look to see how this is running, we'll switch over to our tabbed UI, reload this. You can't really see this, but I'm going to click the button to fire up the grid. So there's our grid, and then we're going to search for Michael, which is M-I, and I'll put a bunch of characters there and a bunch of spaces, M-I-C-H A-E space 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 dollar sign, whatever you want, and then L, and that should find Michael. That's good. Oh, let me switch back for just a second. One thing I forgot to mention is after the grid does a search, then alpha comes along and rewrites the DOM to a certain degree, and kills our function inside this text box that we've done a replacement on. So there's one other thing that we need to do, and that is on client-side events. Up here, after the quick search, we're going to take the exact same code as we have that's running in on render complete. Yep, on render complete, same stuff. I don't really need to do that. I can just call this the same way I did down here. Just copy this. Add an extra variable in there you don't really need. So we can do that. And therefore we don't need that. So it's the same code running after quick search. So again, we just replace the text box on keypress event that alpha writes in there with our own. So I'll save that. I'm going to publish it again. Well, I didn't need to. It was running here. Okay. So now we're going to go after Sally S and put a bunch of stuff in there. Spaces L-A Y. I guess that's not a special character. But that is interesting. Underbar. Underbar, not a special character. Didn't know that. Special to me. MI space dollar sign CHAEL. So that works. And then we'll just back that up, put it in again, EL, and it continues to work because we're replacing the alpha stuff once again every time we do that. So I hope that helps. Thanks for watching.